Hello, great people. How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. I told you there is a pattern. Don't dismiss every prophecy. Yes, most of these prophecies could be wrong, but there are true prophecies. I am back again. There is a prophecy I shared with us here that is playing out. So far, so good. It has not failed. This prophecy said, there will be an interim government. Probably Osibanjo. May 29, Tinubu is not going to be there. But before we get to this prophecy, I want you to see this video. It is playing out. Our president-elect is Peter Obi. Peter Obi will be president. It's just a matter of time. Watch this video and see.
The certificate of return given to the man called Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu as president-elect. 7. Appoint an interim president for Nigeria that will take over from President Muhammadu Buhari after May 29. Action carried out by INEC before, gone through every election action carried out by INEC before, during, and after the presidential elections, and discovered that the leadership of INEC did not host an election with the influence of the Electoral Act, but hosted a doctored script already arranged as a selection game plan to make the ruling APC remain in office. These actions are wrong from every aspect of a nation practicing democracy as a system of government. And as a democracy outfit, we in the VMCII are officially rejecting the outcome of the elections released by INEC as results. And we are the only ones that are fit enough to ask the INEC and the federal government to revert the proceedings of the 2023 presidential elections to a cooking pot of a stillborn child, because its process are honestly not accepted by the people and the values of our democracy in general. The world knows that these presidential elections were conducted under a very serious disrespect to our citizenry, because INEC refused to follow the rules of the game, which provides that voting results were expected to be uploaded at real time, which the world did not see at all. These are electoral irregularities, and it provided the platform for the election rigging we have seen today. 1. Cancel the presidential elections. 2. Upload original voters' result as in the beavers. 3. Remove the INEC chairman as head of the commission. 4. Arrest the INEC chairman and prosecute him by law for being part and parcel of those who rigged this election in regards to making the APC remain in power. 5. Withdraw the certificate of return given to the man called Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu as president-elect. 6. Present a new electioneering calendar date for the presidential and National Assembly election in view of the 2023 Electioneering Act by the supported by the Electoral Act of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. 7. Appoint an interim president for Nigeria that will take over from President Muhammadu Buhari after May 29, 2023, so that the interim president will finish the workload that President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to do in May 29. Because if INEC or this federal government agrees to cancel this election, it means that there will be a new electioneering plan. And the law states that President Buhari cannot be allowed to stay more than May 29 for his tenure in office. So therefore, that brings an opportunity why an interim national government will be formed. So we advise the president to please stand aside, follow the law, shop from now for someone who could be appointed as the interim president that will conduct the new elections while he goes back to Daura May 29. INEC chairman must apologize to Nigerians for lying to the nation and faking the 2023 presidential election results. 9. We state herein that with our findings of the electioneering activities, Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party remains the winner of the 2023 presidential elections, so he should be declared winner if the elections cannot be cancelled as requested by the Nigerian people who voted for him nationwide, giving Peter Obi their mandate. Meaning that if these elections cannot be cancelled, we have to use the beavers to declare the real results. We have these results already with our agents scattered across Nigeria in the election day, and we have decided to declare that Peter Obi of the Labour Party is the original winner of the 2023 presidential elections, and INEC should obey the law by declaring Peter Obi president of Nigeria. 10. As we stand up daily at the National Fountain in Abuja for our democracy and our presidential mandate, we call on the federal government to take away any security personnel that will be a distraction to our very peaceful protest to take back our Nigeria at all costs. This means that this group is going to come out from tomorrow at the Unity Fountain to peacefully protest the return of our mandate stolen by the INEC chairman and his leadership. Until they return that mandate, either in courts or either by cancellation of the elections for another election, will remain there. And we advise and we expect that the security apparatus of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, controlled by President Muhammadu Buhari, should not be a distraction to what we are doing. We are going to be there in peace. We love Nigeria. And the only way to show love for Nigeria is to present Peter Obi as president of Nigeria or not.
He dey play, he dey show. He dey play, he dey show. Now let's review what they said. And this is in line with that prophecy. Don't dismiss every prophecy. For now, you have no right to dismiss it because everything that is said in that prophecy I shared here, it's playing out. That there will be an interim government because Buhari is not meant to stay more than May 29. Buhari will not stay. After May 29, being in Aso Rock, it's no longer his business. He can only be there as a visitor. Now look at what this group said. I want us to look at it. According to this group is called VMC. Vote Must Count. It's an independent body. It's not a body that was formed by Obi. And this body is respected. This body is adhered to. The body said that that certificate given to Tinubu should be returned. That is what they said. That certificate given to Tinubu. Tinubu is not our president-elect. They said INEC broke its own law, which is somehow the law of the country, the law approved by the Senate and the House, that this will be the guideline that must be followed in this election. INEC broke that law. I had when INEC chairman was approached on How are you going to go about this, the irregularities and all the things that happen? He said he will attend to that after they finish counting. After they finished counting, he ignored them. He went forward to announce. Oh my God. Now let's look at it again. He said, according to these groups, they said it was rather a selection instead of election. You can't mess with the whole of Nigeria. Almost 400 billion naira was committed to these elections. And at the end of the day, you just pick one person. I don't, it's not even Troginese, or even Kalo, or Pool, as in, you just pick somebody. You disrespect the whole Nigeria. This is a disrespect to more than almost 200 million people in the country. Do you know the energy that was burnt on that day? Everybody came out. And most of these people do not participate in the election before. But because of the promise that is going to be free and fair, because of the promise of beavers, on that day, you shoved beavers aside. Oh my God. So, this group said the election has to be cancelled. It has to be cancelled. Or the original results, as it is on the bimodal voters accreditation system, be uploaded, and not a result that was already doctored and uploaded by INEC. And another one that is so stunning in that press conference, the INEC chairman should be arrested. He should be arrested for insulting how many million people that came out to vote? Almost 120 million participated in the election. He should be arrested for not following the electoral laws. Okay, let's assume beavers failed. You are supposed to know what to do. Now, beavers failed doesn't mean, okay, let me give it this person because beavers failed. No. The election was the worst. Only APC adherents and well-wishers of Tinubu are the people that says this election went well. So this group is saying the certificate of return given to Tinubu must be returned, must be withdrawn. INEC should quickly call back that certificate by whichever means they know. A new electioneering calendar should be arranged based on the act, because we were told this will go like this. You saw the videos, not one video, at which INEC chairman promised Nigerians that election will be based on the beavers. Real-time transmission of results from polling units. What happened on that day? So now look at where the prophecy is playing again. And all these things are in line. This group said an interim president to take over from Buhari again. In that prophecy by Prophet Feyi, he said by May 29, it's on May 29, many will be expecting Tinubu to, the celebration thing, inauguration and everything. It's from that May 29, after that celebration, or during that celebration, that the president-elect is supposed to, the status will migrate to president. But it will never happen. An interim government, according to Prophet Feyi, will be set up. Interim government will look, make arrangements on the right president to take over. So they said INEC chairman must apologize to Nigerians for uploading a fake result, a result that has been written ahead of the election, a result that does not reflect what happened that 25th February 2023 election, presidential election. And according to this group, they have their own findings. Based on their findings, Peter Obi won the election, but it was given to Tinubu. So, if they're not ready to organize a fresh election, presidential election in Nigeria, they should give it to the rightful winner and not the person they selected. Peter Obi, according to them, remains the winner of that election. And this same group, VMC, is starting protest today. According to the report, they said it's going to be a peaceful one. And they are asking the federal government to tell the security operatives not to distract them in that protest. Not to interrupt the protest. Because it's peaceful. And Nigerians have the right to protest that they were disenfranchised. And what do you think, viewers? For those who said the prophecy is false, that I should stop sharing this prophecy. For now, you cannot dismiss that prophecy. Everything the prophet Feyi has said is in line. It's still in line. And do you know something about prophecy? True prophecy, so because there are many false prophecies. You know something about prophecy? If it's a prophecy of the devil doing this, the devil will not know. He will be acting it. Just like I told you, the prophecy of the birth of Christ, the death of Christ, and his resurrection. The devil heard about that prophecy. He couldn't stop it. He used, was it Herod, to kill all the newborns. But he never succeeded. Then, the devil never knew how Christ will save mankind by his sacrifice. The devil went further to make him get killed. And Christ allowed it because God can hustle somebody into his purpose. And Christ was killed. Then when the devil realized his resurrection will perfect the prophecy. Oh, he said he had made a mistake by killing him, by, facilitating the death of Christ. So he went forward to use the Roman army to stop his resurrection. And the power behind the creation of the earth. The power that resets or that put everything in play in the world. What happened? When he rose, they were like sleeping. They were like dead when he rose. The King of Glory rose. So what am I trying to say? A lot of people who might have heard of this prophecy and they are like, it must be stopped. They might even take part in the fulfillment. There is already a video of Tinubu saying INEC is setting him up to be arrested. I tell you, things are playing out. Meanwhile, I will leave it here for now. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook if you have not followed us. Share this video widely. Certain things are playing out. Remember, we said it here. Bye-bye for now.